that I would have another Mione phone, and today we're going to look at, can you see, the Mione Mix 9, the one for you. Again, I just want to read what it says on the box, because what I said yesterday is the same, and the specs are almost the exact, in fact they are the exact same on the box. 5.72 inch, 18.9 aspect ratio, FHD full display, all screen, Android 7, 3 GB of RAM, 32 GB ROM, 8 megapixel, 13 megapixel cameras, 4G LTE, and 4200 mAh battery with fast charging. And I want to just show you, let me open this again, if I can get this box open, hold on, because inside they have provided us with some nice stuff in here, the charger and headphones. There we've got that finger thing, another screen protector, and a folio cover. So again, I'm pleased with the accessories and the box. This cost, I got this from 360 Souk, and you can get it for around 400, maybe even less, 400 reals or less. So let's have a quick look at this compared to yesterday's Mix 9. This one has got more of a kind of premium feel to it. It has the some kind of metal around the edges as aluminium. Actually feels pretty solid in your hand. And it kind of looks like maybe a thinner version of a Samsung phone, maybe the S6 or 7, not sure exactly. Again, the specs are pretty similar to yesterday, and I will just show you it's one of these ones again with the opens at the back, and if I can get my finger in here, you will see it's pretty much the same as yesterday, dual SIM and SD card, and it's on that kind of double-decker, triple-decker affair. And as yesterday, as I said, I don't mind removable back. Let me just switch that. I don't mind removable back. I think it makes life easier for a lot of things, and I hate fiddling about with SIM trays. It's really annoying. So this came pre-installed with a screen protector. I've kept the back protector on because this will ultimately be getting sold, but this is a nice colour. It's a kind of bluey green. So yeah, I mean, it feels the part. This is just you know, it's a bit heavy, but I don't mind that. It makes it kind of feel a bit more premium. So let me go into the Antutu. Hold on, I don't want to install that, I want to open it. And I will just show you the test. Let's see if you can see there. Now you're going to forgive me if I don't have the monitor for my camera, because my phone had the app, and I'm using LG 360 cam, and I updated my Sony Xperia XZ Premium to Android 8, and now the app for some reason keeps crashing, so it's more difficult for me. I don't have a camera monitor to see what the hell I'm doing. So anyway, I'm not particularly high production value review. I just like to give people another insight into before they buy. If I can help in any way make your choice easier and give you any information, then really that is what I'm just doing this for. I like to do it, and it's interesting for me. So anyway, I don't have any production value. So the score was 23,224. So that was about the same as the other one. I think I can't remember, was the other one nearly 23. It's not much difference at all. So let's look here on the, if one can see, this is the Mix 9. It's an MTK 6580. It's Mali 400 GPU, and it's the same resolution. It's got this 1080 times 540 30 megapixel camera, and again it's saying it has 3 GB of RAM installed. I'm just not sure about that. It doesn't feel like 3 GB to me, maybe half that. 240 DPI, and it is saying here, let me see, does it have anything else of interest? No. So let me just go to the settings again, and I'm assuming it must be Android 7, so I don't know why I'm questioning it. And there you see the N for Nugget. It seems to be the Android 7. So what's the difference really from the Mix 8? Well, I mean, the screen, it looks the exact same. I think it's maybe got a bit of a curve here, I'm not sure, but it looks almost the exact same. And let me see what brightness I have this at. Actually, I have this one at full brightness. Just take it down a bit. I had a different launcher on here. This is the stock launcher, I believe, which is pretty innocuous, and it's fine, and it keeps it going. This one actually does feel a bit more, have a bit more of a spring in its step, so maybe it does have more RAM. I'm not sure. It just feels a bit faster. So, but of course, this one is maybe about 100 reals more expensive than your than the Mix 8. Camera-wise, I did take a photo, did I? Let me see. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I was actually walking at the time taking that photo. That's my wife's back there. Not particularly brilliant. A very quick one, yeah, of walking again, so slightly shaky. Wasn't the, you know, I mean, it's not absolutely brilliant. Don't know what happened there. The camera, look. If you're wanting a good camera phone, then don't buy a budget Chinese make. You know, I'm not saying that they're all bad, but really they're fine just for snapshots. But don't take. Don't think you're going to get a digital DSLR kind of. Let me just take a photo there. Photo, because you're not. So that's it. I mean, it's fine. Okay, it's nothing to write home about. The speaker's quite loud on it. I don't have it. Oh, okay. Yeah, the speaker's quite loud if I remember, but it's about the same as the Mix 9. And let me just let me see if I can connect it. I've got okay. It's connected to my new internet. Let's see. Connected. Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel that this is faster than the last phone, the Mix 9. Although, you know, again, I didn't mind the Mix 9. I quite liked it. Let me see, is there anything here to see? Okay, I'm just going to YouTube here and just play you one or something just to hear the sound of let me see. Okay, CNET.
If you're currently shopping for an HD Blu-ray player, it's no longer necessary to spend hundreds of dollars.
So,
while the latest 4K players are still
cool.
around $400,
it's
you can get a standard
but,
BD player for $100 or less.
It's pretty decent, and certainly loud enough. The screen, I think, is pretty good. This 18.9 aspect ratio, I really think is pretty good. I don't think you'll be able to play many heavy games on that, but for media consumption, I think you'd be more than happy. You're going to have a nice widescreen movie, so I don't think many people would complain about that. Now, yeah, just same as the Mix 8 mini micro USB headphone jack. Here we have a flash here. Again, I'm not convinced about this dual camera. really, I just probably one of them is not working or is a fake. I'm just not convinced about it. Nice speaker grills here. Of course, not stereo. It's mono. But you know, again, if you limit your expectations and you want a quite nice looking phone that is a wee bit different, I think that you could be pleasantly surprised with the Mi One. Again, I will just if the specs are wrong, why make quite a decent looking phone? Why go to the effort and then just lie about the specs? It just, I mean, it's just Mi One again. If anybody from Mi One is listening, why? I just don't understand it. I mean, you built a half decent looking budget phone. Why just lie to us? You're giving us a good package. Why not just make it slightly lower spec? Be honest about it. I guarantee that people would buy if they were, felt that the company were providing some support. So I don't understand the logic behind it, but who am I? I just like to see new phones and what they offer. And this is certainly by no means the worst one that I've had. And let me just look at this colour here if I can show you it. If I can take off the... I've got no nails. Oh, there we go. It's a nice colour. So it's got that kind of shiny. It's like a aqua green or something. So it's yeah, it's nice. It's it certainly looks like a, what do you call it? Samsung-esque, shall we say? So yeah, I mean that is it. I'm not going to. Anybody can check out the Mix 8 review because other than I do think that this is it does feel better in the hands. Now this one I've only been using a couple of days. The Mix 8 I used for at least 2 weeks, and I didn't find any malware. Which some of these phones are. Some of these phones tend to have this malware that starts to install like games and stuff like that, and it's very difficult to get rid of. So I haven't noticed that, and I hope that if I sell this to somebody that they won't notice it either, and it will be there. It's nothing there. That is what I'm trying to say. I didn't find anything in the Mix 8. Hopefully nothing in the Mix 9. Now I do have another Mi One phone coming. That'll be my last one for review. I'm not sure when it's coming from the Emirates, and it looks nice. But I certainly don't believe the specs of it. But we'll see when it comes. So it's just a shame, really. It's a nice phone. Why they have to kind of try and fool us about the specs, I'm not exactly sure. My recommendation for a launcher would be the Microsoft launcher. I really like that one. Actually, the Asus have a launcher which I think is pretty decent as well, and the other one which is my go-to launcher is the Nova launcher. But as I say, this one kind of keeps it keeps it running pretty decent. I wouldn't think that you'd be able to open too many apps to do some multitasking, but again, if you manage your expectations, and you might be pleasantly surprised, I suppose, that you have a half decent looking phone. And hopefully we wouldn't experience any problems with it. And I doubt if you're going to see any kind of software support. If I can't even find the website, although I did mention yesterday there is a website called, it's www.himi1.com, I think, but it shows some phones there, but there wasn't a lot of information, but you could check it out. So yeah, that's it. As I say, pretty decent looking phone. Screen I like this 18.9. Good accessories, headphones in there as I said. So again, if you're looking for a gift for somebody, you didn't want to spend too much money, I think this would be, I would be happy if you gave it to me. So that's it. Any questions, comments, etc. I will do my best to answer them, and keep an eye out for the last Mi One phone, which will be coming quite soon. Okay, bye.